So hey guys, I'm Derek and I'm going to show you some quick information about Premiere Pro that Dr. Groy wanted to share with you guys, and it's about Premiere Pro. So here we are. I've just launched Premiere Pro. Premiere Pro is a lot better than iMovie or any of the Windows Movie Makers or free software that you guys can get access to for free. This software is available in the BECA lab, or you can download a free trial for a month from Creative Cloud. So I'm going to just show you guys how to start a project real quick. We're going to import some of the footage from your most recent project, and we're going to do some quick adjustments to it and export it the right way. So here we go. We're going to create a new project, and we're just going to call this, we'll just call this PP tutorial, and we'll put that in this root folder that I have, and hit OK. So we've just launched it. This is the workstation. This is the area that you'll work and do most of your work in here. To import footage, you are going to import it into the project folder here, and you can do that in a number of different ways. You can double click and you can import the footage that way. You can right click. You can just hit Command or Control I depending on what type of software you have. You can go up to the file window and hit import, and that will all show you how to get to where you want to go. So here's the footage that we have, and we're going to import it. So you guys were having trouble with the audio in this. I guess a lot of them were, Dr. Greer and I, we were playing with it, and when we opened it up in Premiere Pro, we saw that there were 16 audio tracks to the one video track. So here I can show you in the timeline, if I open this up a little bit, all of these audio tracks here are extra, and these are just like complete noise, just full of garbage, and that's destroying your audio. So what we're going to do is we're going to lock these right here, click on any of these other audio files. These are all embedded audio files from when you guys recorded. We hit delete, then unlock these, and the audio is where it should be.
Hi, my name is Laura Ayano.
So that works fine. So also, when you start and stop videos, you can just like I did, I just kind of grabbed the edge where there's nobody talking, and I just brought it right up to where she's about to start talking, and I just kind of shortened that clip. And then with that dead space there, I did what's called a ripple delete, which will bring everything back with it, both the audio and the video, even if it was unlinked. This stuff is all grouped together. So if I move one, the audio or video, it moves both together. So we'll also go to the end here, and we will shorten this clip here as well. So I guess for this assignment, the idea was to end it at 1 minute. So we can see you go over a little bit here. So we'll find some room where you're not talking. So that's some good room where you're not talking there. There. So we'll cut there because that's one camera. You don't need to worry about it showing up as it'll look like a very natural cut, because that's camera 1, and then you cut to camera 2 here. So we'll get rid of that, delete that part, just by hitting the delete key. Then I can do a ripple delete, and I'll check the cut.
I have also had the amazing opportunity.
What do you know? Looks good. So then we go to the very end and see if that got us to our 1 minute. A little bit more room. So we have extra room here with this cut, so we can delete it here and here. And then with that extra space in between, we can delete that. And then check the cut.
Working in television has always been a dream of mine. Interning for Celebration.
Okay, now let's see if we got it. So we're so close, because really the main trick that we wanted, or the main point of that we wanted to get across, is that if you have a video that is 59 seconds and 29 frames, that is 60 seconds. That is 1 minute. If you have a video that is 1 minute and 27 frames, that's still going to count as an extra second. So YouTube will see that as 1 minute and 1 seconds, not 1 minute and 27 frames. Those 27 frames have to go somewhere, and they're going to go in that last second. So you'll have to do some more work to cut out that part. There's another part right there that you could cut out and shave like a couple frames off of that. Yeah, if it's going to be a minute long, it needs to be at 59 seconds and 29 frames, because that is a minute. If you go over to 1 minute and 2 frames, that is a minute and 1 second. It's the same as if it was 1 minute and 27 frames. So quick tip. And then the last part, and then the other way, if you're too short on time, you could always have added a title. So up here in title, you can say new title, and it's a still title. It's going to go to the size you want it to be, and then you simply drag room for your text. You say, my first project. And kick that to the middle. But that can take up like maybe 2 or 3 seconds on the first frame. So if we were short for time, we could simply have added a title card to it. So that's just another tip that you can think about. Also, in Premiere Pro, you're going to be able to do some stuff that you wouldn't necessarily be able to do in like iMovie. So here I can see that it's a little bit dark. You know, she's kind of blending in with the background. So I can search and do a quick gamma correction on these clips, and then I can kind of control how much light we want to bring back. So if I just move it down 1 number to 9, now I can kind of see her shoulders a little bit better. If I had another effect like 3-way color corrector, I can go down here and adjust the highlights and the shadows. I don't want to make too crazy of a selection. I just want to make it so that we can kind of see her shoulders from the black background. So that's a big difference between those two shots there. You can see her pretty clearly. Here you kind of lose her on the left side. So that effect can be copied by hitting Command C, and then I can select these 2 other clips, and I can paste attributes on them. So now I've just basically corrected it in one scene, and now it looks the same in all the rest of those. So then the only last thing that we want to think about is exporting. Some people have been asking, like, why does my video look kind of jagged when I export it certain ways? Uh-oh. There we go. So here's how I export. H.264 is the format. Scroll, if you're exporting for YouTube especially, scroll all the way down to YouTube HD 1080. We'll name it PP Tutorial. Save it. And then we will go ahead and go down here to the export settings. We'll always make sure to render at maximum depth and use maximum render quality. And we'll do a 2-pass on the variable bitrate, and we'll say about 20 megabits per second. And then from there, our file size is pretty reasonable, 160 megabytes for what was originally like a 1.5 gigabyte file. So here we go, we'll export it. And then you basically just wait until it's done exporting. And then once it's done exporting, you can check the export, and if you're happy with what you've seen, then you've done a good job. All right, so if you guys have any questions, just ask Dr. Guerrera, and we can make some more videos for you. All right, thank you. Bye-bye.